nerfs, but the problem is that it's not very good level 1, level 2. It's okay. It gets a lot better level 3 unless you have a Drow Ranger, then it's fine early.
That's true.
There's some limitations.
It's a lot weaker, I think.
Yes.
It runs out of steam. It doesn't put out as much damage. It's hard, and the laning phase seems to be pretty important so far in this tournament, right? Like the Ad Venom NP matchup, that was like, okay, laning phase is really important for every single one of those games. And then in this game, like, because this is what when you pick up a lifestealer as a solo core, and I really don't feel like Mirana scales well enough to be able to be a reliable one position. You need so when your lifestealer is your true one position, you are so pressured to make things happen, and that starts with the laning phase, right? And I think that's why we've been talking about this repetitive theme the whole entire time this tournament, is because we're seeing so much lifestealer. The one exclusion of that was the Ad Venom game, right, where they had the OD mid, right? So they didn't feel as pressured to make this lifestealer work. In fact, the lifestealer was creating space for the OD. When teams don't pick up a scaling mid, it just means it's like, okay, gank or bust. You know, you don't successfully gank and you've lost the game.
All right, well, we've got a draft coming up here for game number 2, Wings versus FDL. Let's see what's going on, and all right. A lot more of the same. Now, there has been one adjustment here. It's OD Wisp banned out by Wings. They're also going to be on Dire side once more. FDL also getting first pick again. Same opener with the Sand King. However, this time they leave the Axe in and opt to ban out the Bat Rider instead.
I think that's fine. Bat Rider obviously gives you, I think, more advantage and definitely more 1v1 advantages as well. If Axe can't go offlane, you can jungle him, for
Especially
example.
in terms of offlaners too. But like, if they open up with an Axe, like you go back like a Darkseer or something, you can still pressure into an Axe.
And either way, they could also just do offlane Sanking if they want. It's a good opening. Safe covers things. Stuns are good.
I think that's the thing about it, right? Is that Bat Rider beats Sand. So yeah.
Why?
Why? Sticky
Well, you see, with Firefly, it hits the ground no matter what, so it counters Sandstorm. Really, Sand King's only good ability there. That's why it beats it in lane. It's just straightforward counter.
Why don't they just go 0-4-0? Go stats to last longer inside the Sandstorm.
More of the same here, gang. Opening Warlock from Wings Gaming. Recurring theme. I used to like Warlock.
Go, Joe?
What happened?
Everyone picks him now. I'm a hamster.
Oh, okay.
Don't play that garbage.
I
It's
can
too
relate.
popular.
So you don't play Omni Knight anymore?
No, I actually stopped.
Good for you.
Yeah, I play
you.
Treant Protector now. Hey, what? Don't laugh.
Bye 5K.
What? Treant's sick, dude. Sorry, I think like PPD. Oh, hey, it's Luna. Okay, this is interesting. Luna Warlock. Yeah, man. They're getting set up for that sneaky Shadow Demon pick. No one's going to see that coming.
Yeah,
But
Oh boy!
but what's cool about this, though, is obviously they're expecting Shadow Demon to probably be banned out here. And it's one of those things that FDL almost has to ban it. Even if you think, well, Wings might not go for it because it's obvious, you still have that temptation there. Do you think this could be a little bit of a mind game purge, or they just really want the Luna?
I think they definitely do have to ban it, though. I mean, if your first pick is Sand King, you've already got one stun. You're almost always going to follow that up with more stuns. Shadow Demon is a counter to that. And it's good in the tri lane. I think you just definitely get rid of it.
Okay.
Is
It's
that
kind of
Susie?
interesting that they...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Kind
that's
of interesting that they chose Luna over Drow Ranger. It seems like there is a common theme that teams do not want to run Drow Ranger against a Luna. Have you noticed that?
Why?
I think there's potential for the Luna to be able to go aggro tri-lane against Drow Ranger. I think that she provides more teamfight power and still gives you a similar amount of push.
Yeah.
I think she can potentially farm better as the game goes later, as you're able to use those glades to be able to clear through ancient stacks pretty quick.
She's also a lot tankier, I think. So she combos better with support heroes like Warlock.
Yeah, but I'm not set on really like one direct reason. I've just noticed that oftentimes, if you get the opportunity to do a Drow strat, you're going to be banning away Luna in the 3-4, or if both are open, you pick Luna as opposed to Drow.
It might be like a combination too with the fact that we have been seeing just more and more Drow and teams being better at dealing with it, more of those Axe picks, like even Winter Wyvern's still coming out a little bit more often for some teams, so she's kind of fallen, I think, into that like second phase scenario.
Yeah, Luna maybe a little more versatile as well with the big burst damage ultimate. You know, you have a little more control in lane, you can come online a bit earlier and still contribute. Not something that Drow Ranger necessarily excels at.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'd agree with all that stuff. It's actually a really big deal. And there's less heroes, like less OP mid heroes that can be further enhanced by Drow as there were at TI. Very true thing.
So Storm Spirit Tinker, two big cores there in the mid lane, banned out by Wings. Kunkka We'll see what the fourth is for FDL.
They're not going to do Shadow Demon. They're not going to fall in that trip of traps. Wings Gaming doesn't even know why they picked Luna. They're not going to follow this.
I don't know. This selects a little bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type scenario. You leave the Shadow Demon in, Wings picks it and rolls over you. It's like, well, that was obvious. Why didn't we ban the Shadow Demon? And, well, they're going to let it go. Okay.
They got Illusion Clear, they got Sand-King, they got Sven.
Yeah,
Who's concerned?
easy.
That's
Sleeve,
fine.
Sandstorm,
Whoa.
Clockwork. Oh, God. Wings have been
So-
watching NA. Oh, no.
It's obvious.
They learned
Oh,
from the wrong
Jesus
people.
Christ, no.
It's a cuddle pick, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the escape combo.
It's that or Rubik, right?
So, not to be that guy,
Yeah.
any chance this is position 4 roaming Clockwork?
God, I hope not.
They,
Escape style.
I don't think it's very.
I highly doubt it, but I'm just saying it's been done in very recent history to mixed success, actually.
the way I've liked it better was just having that, like, you still start in the off lane, but you just pick a nice 4 who does scale nicely, like, into that kind of a mid game when
Right.
Clockwork does fall off. I mean, even when you're hitting hooks and stuff, you're not going to get, like, you don't have any real farm potential. I think we saw that in one of the elimination match games where Universe started out pretty strong, but, you know, typical Clock game, and eventually he did get leapfrogged by his position 4, but it was totally worth it, and it just
Yeah.
made total sense of the draft.
I was talking to
Interesting
somebody
hero right now.
recently. Pudge, were you part of this conversation? It was like they were just like dumpstering on Clockwork. They were like, Clockwork's a garbage hero, and I was like, I was thinking like, you know, I think Clockwork's pretty decent. It's just like hard to fit into this patch sometimes because of the Iron Talon and everybody, but like
Yeah.
it's really good to have an initiator because everyone's picking up like these Blink Dagger initiators, but you can play a faster game with Clockwork than any other offlaner, right? Like you can gank, like Slardar maybe he ganks pre-level 6, but that's out of like you're forced to do so because your lane is so hard.
Mhm.
But Clockwork's the one hero that's like he wants to gank immediately a level 6. Like boom, that's what he wants to do. So you can play a really fast game, and he creates a lot of space for all of these glass cannon style heroes. Luna, Drow Ranger, OD. Like he creates space beautifully, both in team fights as well as just overall match wise.
I agree, but I think the issue is that it's hard for him to get a 6 in the first place. Can't jungle with Iron Talon, and it's really difficult to get creeps to even get near your tower, so you're just zoned out. And then if you're behind, your hero's already a little bit gimped, and there's easy counters like Rubik and Keeper of the Light.
I think that does mean, though, you can pick up a somewhat greedy mid, knowing that it requires full supports to be able to truly keep the Clockwork from getting its level 6. And then failing that, if the supports rotate out, the Clockwork does get his level 6, and then he creates space for that mid laner.
Oh,
And
yes,
Does
indeed.
anyone else think this Skywrath...
Do you just fake comprehension through conversations?
I got lost.
I watch you sometimes. You just like you make like the really obvious facial gestures,
Oh,
like
yes.
yes. Oh, really?
Hey, I got a question people probably actually care about.
Okay.
Is Skywrath Mage, is he good or bad versus Clockwork? Because he puts people in the cogs. Nice place for the ultimate, but if he gets a blade mail, he blows them up. So in your opinion, Clock versus Sky, good or bad?
I don't think
for
it's
Sky?
super terrible. It depends on Sky's farm level,
Oh, God,
obviously,
shut
but-
up, Purge, you idiot.
I think it's good.
It's
Because Skywrath Mage is pretty good at zoning Clockwork solo.
yeah?
That's true. That's very true.
I like that aspect of it. I
Alright.
think Blade Mail is something that, like, if you keep him zoned out solo, then, you know,
Sure.
it all
Yeah.
kind of
We got a
snowballs.
Tusk pick. We got to talk about this. This is like one of the worst heroes in Dota, as many people have said.
Yeah.
They say
Right.
he's terrible.
He's in, like, Visage tier right now.
Visage tier Dota right
Nobody is playing this hero. I think we were talking about this yesterday during our prep session, and they have played Tusk a little bit. Wings, I mean.
Yeah.
Right? So it is, quote-unquote, in their comfort zone.
I actually like it this game. You
What?
can snowball people in when the epicenter's coming, if it's coming.
Oh.
You can grab whoever's stunned to hold them in the snowball for a couple seconds. They can gap close against Skywrath Mage and make him somehow even more worthless
Mm-hmm.
once people get on top of him.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of true, actually, because you think about what Shadow Demon would do in terms of the saves. This is actually like AoE disruption in a lot of ways in terms of things up against like Epicenter, stack stuns, the big cleave damage from the Sven. So,
Yeah, I mean-
Sigil's great against Sven as well. He'll go through BKB.
True.
Like there's a lot of good things about Tusk here.
Back when Tusk was actually a meta hero, there was a lot of like Tusk Dazzle, having two heroes with saves, either Shallow Grave or the Snowball. So Tusk
Mid
provides
Sky.
some of that dynamic, but
sinking.
also some some aggressive potential as well. Now Ogre making it to 4th pick. Okay, Sven definitely a hero that can benefit from Bloodlust. Some good stuff there.
So it's almost for sure sinking off lane then, or Skywrath mid. Mid is the only,
Yes.
which
So-
is honestly very good. I think Sky mid is super good, but
Against a clock, though, I feel like
yeah,
that's a little scary.
That's the issue.
this,
Because then you know they're not laned up against each other, and Clock can definitely pick on him. You're stuck in the Cogs, Battery Assault, Skywrath's not living too long.
this Ogre pick is obviously going to be bullying along the mid lanes. We talked about the Skyrath soloing out that Clockwork. It'll be interesting if they ban the Shadow Fiend here, only because I know Wings have been playing Shadow Fiend. It's a good hero, and it's just added into the fact that we do have that Cogs thing going on right now, where you can still deny out and get the early start.
And we've seen a number of teams do that,
And
not
with-
just in elimination mode, but even the qualifiers.
The question is that still going to be enough damage to deal with that Ogre running at you with like super high armor? Like, it's still kind of risky, I feel like, for a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
So, Pudge, do you think that the Skyrath is going to be able to win that mid?
I don't necessarily think he's mid. He could very easily be support, honestly.
Sure, sure.
We don't know who's gonna be mid. Is the thing they haven't
I
picked
think
it
they'll just pick Bottom again.
So Legion Commander, 5th ban
The
for
clock.
Wings.
Yeah, I mean,
yet. Yeah, bottom's very good mid.
Legion's perfect in this game. She could grab Tusk.
What about something
Bottom's
like-
actually good in every way, I think.
What
here.
about like bot mid? Is that too crazy? Is bottom obviously the easy grab over her?
No.
I feel like she'll just do all the same things.
And I guess Tusk could dodge everything with Snowball.
They really like Bottom too. That's one of Susie's most played heroes.
Does offer a little bit of split push. Does it sync up nicely with the rest of the draft though, like the Sven and the Sand King. Early rotations, maybe, yeah, Burrow can set up for like some quick like rune rotations from Miranda too. I think it still makes sense with the leap out of the Cogs. And like increasing that gap between yourself and Snowball can be good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's another safety hero.
Yep, another hero that really benefits from Bloodlust. Gives them some good late game security. Also great AoE healing.
Yeah, I just like this better, honestly. Just because I'm thinking about all these magic burst things. As soon as Luna gets a BKB, why would you want either Quap or a Potom? It's just not very safe to do. All the damage is very focused in this like little burst. If you get a Juggernaut instead, you just go for the backline and try to make them force their bad abilities while you do Omni Slash. He doesn't have to worry about Clockwork because he can spin. He doesn't have to worry about Eclipse either.
I also think Healing Ward is great against Warlocks. Spread damage from Fatal Bond, spread damage from Immolation on Golems. There's some real utility there.
You know, if it wasn't Wings, I would just say, because I feel like they would never pick the same hero twice, but I would feel like, just get a Razor. Just run a mid versus Juggernaut. You've got a mid-game team fighter that can actually bully a little bit. Mirana's still a mid-game team fighter. I just feel like Razor would be able to capitalize a little bit better. But
Especially with the Jug just revealed his mid too.
It would give them a lane advantage, but I think they needed more burst in their lineup. That's what they were missing there. If they grab a Razor and they don't kill somebody with static field, then and their opponents disengage, I feel like they're going to be able to re-engage really easily.
Maybe, but
And
I
then
don't
Wings
think you can
black damage.
disengage from this team.
Gang,
Clock and Tusk.
we need predictions before the casters here. Is anybody going for FDL? We're going to make this easy.
Mopax?
So,
Yeah,
let's
alright,
go.
choose now, Bloodlust.
So just to be
Let's do
clear,
it. Now let's go. Let's go
okay,
with
so
it.
4 on
FTL.
1
I'll
again.
take it,
All
yeah.
right,
All right.
Four of
I'll
us
take
are
it.
rooting for Tusk. There you go. With that, we've got Mott and Grant once again here for game number 2.
Prepare for battle.
Thanks so much, guys. We're here with game number 2 between Wings and FDL. Of course, we heard our panel talk about how favorable they feel Wings are in this particular draft. In this particular game, Grant, you give a shot to FDL or no?
I do. I think 747, the middle Juggernaut, I believe if he started with the poor man shield, which he did, get 2 tangos, he actually dominates the bottom. He should.
Yeah.
CS-wise, he just runs with the bottom. You know, maybe use the spin to scare him out of lane, but even just his right clicks with crit, he should out CS the bottom, which is good. And I think we were talking, Tusk isn't that good of a hero.
No.
Obviously, Wings, one of the best teams in the world, can probably make him look good, but from what I've heard from multiple people is Tusk and Visage are in a tier of their own on garbage.
That's why they're not picked very often in any other match out there. You won't see many of these heroes picked very often. I mean, Wings are also going for the off-lane Clockwork, which is not really well received either. I think a lot of people have kind of... Universe has played it a couple of times in some of the tournaments he's done, but I mean that's Universe first of all. Secondly, it's EG. They have room to make for him. They can easily set up ganks with him as well. So it's easier said than done. Obviously with Wings and with Faith Beyond and the rest of their squad, they can do very well with Clockwork themselves. But
it's gonna be interesting because last game I almost forgot 747 had to skill leap first, meaning he couldn't arrow the range creep and get that. It got denied, and this time he'll get a free rune. He's thankful. No tango's given to him yet. They might just block middle and then give it to him, I assume.
Yeah, that looks likely. He only has a Fairy Fire, a GG branch, and a Stout Shield.
And you need tangos, especially against any range. Even with the poor man shield, you get a tank damage.
Yep. I mean, obviously it will be negated pretty heavily, but still, he is going to take some harass from that mid lane.
He's got the tangos now. And level 1 Bloodlust.
Oh, the attack speed. Let's go.
He's just gonna run at him, right? He might skill crit first and just run at this bottom.
Let's see. Blink is sitting up on his high ground right now. Actually, 747 is just trying to pull the weight back. Arrow to get the range creep as expected. And then 747 kills everyone.
Yeah, getting those range creeps with 90 experience now, it's actually so big how weird that is.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Stormhammer down bottom. Looks like the Clockwork is going to be caught, but I don't know if they can really bring him down here. He's going to use his cogs defensively just to get out and make sure that he's fine.
And drains mana versus spend, draining the mana with the cogs, even level 1, like, he has mana problems.
Once you pop the Stormhammer once, you're like out of mana, and then you get cog pushed, and then you're like, I guess I'm really screwed.
He has Mango, so he'll have one more stun if they want to go in, but he already health potted back up.
Yeah, Faith Beyond should be fine. Another set of cogs at the ready if he does get caught out. 747 and Blink in this mid lane matchup to be expected. It's relatively close and even for now. The top lane, Sand King has already rotated out, I believe.
Yep, he's just in the jungle right now, and because of that Tusk ran middle, you never know if you trap him with ice shards, you just right click him and hope for the best.
Yeah, this is MJW is going to be able to at least find some farm here. Went Iron Talon first smartly, so he has the Caustic Finale to help out along with that, with jungling Brostrick even to make it even easier for him. I don't know, he should farm pretty well here, I mean, all things considered. At least comparatively to the offlane for Wings, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll be in the jungle, he'll be getting his farm, and we know MJW, he's one of the kings of jungling as an offlaner.
Right.
He's going to find farm, he's going to find levels, and now Faith Beyond has to be scared bottom. You never know, even just a level 1 stun from the Sand King, and you might die. Like, look at how he's getting zoned out of lane, which
he
is
doesn't
good.
have any vision either. No ward down in the bottom lane that I can see. I'm not sure if he got countered. It doesn't look like there's any sentries nearby, so I think he just kind of he just didn't get a ward placed to him, so.
And then you see Sand King doing the classic, just throwing out as many Qs as you can, and then dying to neutrals, getting a free pound visit.
I'll see you back in a little while. I gotta get some mana real quick.
Shadow, perfect free farm. 16 for 16 up top.
Yeah.
So that's what you're gonna do. Free farm Luna, you're not gonna miss a creep.
To be expected. And again, we talked about Luna and the game 1 between NP as well as Advenom. It's a hero obviously that has some different power curves. You can come online pretty early on with your Eclipse. You can do a lot of damage with Lucent Beam. Later on down the road, once you get your Magic Style illusions, you get a couple of items, and then you become that Godzilla Luna that everyone likes to talk about. But it's again that spin versus Luna type matchup. So I feel like it really comes down to how well BC farms in the early game.
Yeah, but he's doing decent 16. He's only 2 behind the Luna, actually, and he's not even free farming. We see the Clockwork annoying him a little bit, but 747 as well as Blink middle they're pretty much even, so it's a more even game in the early game this time for sure.
It's another slow start for both of these teams. There was a first blood at least at this very point last game, which is not just happening this game. I gotta say that the CS is looking really good for FDL. Again, 24 last because that Sand King is in the jungle. He's doing rather well.
Oh, he might die?
He's very low.
Oh no.
He is very low.
He's crazy, man. He's
35 HP.
We've seen Owie, we've seen E do it. Will MJW be the next one?
MJW, please now. Come on, we need you alive, buddy.
He really wants to do this without having to go back and heal. It's super dangerous.
He's got 35 HP. I don't know if this is really... He died. Alright, well, he didn't buy HP either. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Ice Shards down bottom. There's the Tornado, the Snowball coming in. Sand King. Not much mana left for him. There's the Cog push, and Beast can't use his Stormhammer, obviously. He's completely out of mana as we speak. And that'll be that. Awkward engagement, I guess. Nothing really happening.
Not bad. I guess Sand King's fine. He's still going to have the whole stack now. He did lose about 50 to 100 gold, but...
It was not the most efficient play he could have made. I do admire his candor trying to go for said stack, but...
And Dota's weakness, apparently neutral creeps.
We can't kill them. We don't know how much HP they have. Oh, Ice is going to get caught actually with a Ignite. Good Ice Shards, but not good enough. 04 getting first blood. Faith Beyond getting Stormhammered as well. They're actually out of mana for 04 and Sand King. I don't see them getting this kill with how tanky Faith Beyond is. They're completely out of mana on all 3 heroes. So that's not going to happen.
They're still going. He has nothing. He could just run at him. I was like, Faith Beyond has a mango. It doesn't matter.
I mean, he had full mana anyways. He could have cogged in 2 seconds for that day. Meanwhile, Tuska's going to come back in. Ice Shards connecting on Visa. This might be a potential kill. They can't find him. The Snowball will be able to. Now the Cog is going to be there as well. Faith Beyond taking some serious damage. Visa almost getting the kill, but he doesn't ever really fall. They do trade away Faith Beyond's left for it. And that's going to be Stanky getting some levels and gold as well. And if we find Ice Bro Strike, we'll go. I don't think he can get this kill. Well, he's going to use the Frozen Sigil, and I think that should be it for MJW. We wanted to get the kill, but...
Still, not a terrible trade for either team. They killed a carry, but Stan King getting that kill, he's almost level 4 now, and he was pretty far behind, so the solo experience he got from that, they'll take it, and FDL up 2 kills to 1.
All right, we saw this last game. That happened in the last game. It was 2-1 for a while, and then Wings came through and said, we're Wings, and we're just going to kill you now.
And look at, Stan King Actually wants to suicide the creeps, but he can't. He gets rocketed.
Blair was there in 14 seconds. He's going to have to deny himself somewhere else.
Or just, he might actually just have to go
Walk
heal.
back home. Spend like 30 seconds doing so.
He might have to be scared of these rockets coming in. He's like, I can't get inside. But there he goes again.
If somehow Faith Beyond knew where he was, that would actually lose it. He did deny himself to the neutrals. I thought for a second he did get flared, but it's not the case. So he will go down. He'll be able to respawn in about 14 seconds. Back towards mid, you look at the mid-match. 31-33. Again, very close matchup, and Blink's doing rather well for himself against 747 here.
He is. He has to be careful. He can't waste sleep now. Regen rune on Juggernaut. He could just spin on you, you waste sleep, and then you get ulted. Oh,
Nice
they
shards.
tried to trap him in.
Yeah, they pushed him back. They made sure the 6-minute rune definitely went for the Muerta. There is a bounty rune down bottom, but it's going to be picked up by the Ogre Magi. It looks like. Actually, I think it was picked up by the Sand King himself.
Yep,
So,
I'll take it.
all right.
He's
So
getting decent levels now on the Sand King. Even I don't think he's been to the top lane once. He's
No.
been purely jungle. I'm surprised Luna. They just don't want to pressure top yet. This is the first push they've done top, and he's just fine free farming. Like, why not?
yeah, he's got complete free farm now. 43-2. Treads are up 161 gold in the bank. So.
He has an Aquila flying out of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all of his early game items for the most part. Helmet of the Dominator might come next. We'll see what he decides to pick up. It's a very slow-paced game. Again, even with those 3 kills, there's going to be a smoke up here, however, from FDL. We'll see if they can wrap around and find Blink. That's the big target, but it looks like Wings have an understanding. They might have smoked in that Observer Ward. I'm not sure.
Well, they're pushing up a little bit. Here we go. Tuskline takes the gank, though.
Yeah, Burrow Strike just narrowly connected from MJW. Arrow will hit on the Stand Team, but this should be enough without him. Very Fire comes out. Good snowball. Gonna back away. 747 to Blade Fury will go. That should be enough. Even with the Moonlight Shadow, it's not able to keep him alive. So you're right. He does take the gank. It's not Blink going down, but it's a kill. A kill is a kill for FDL.
Yeah, but isn't 747 picks it up. Nice preemptive spin so Snowball didn't hit him, and then he just followed him down even with a wasted Moonlight. Level 1 Moonlight Shadow, 130-second cooldown.
Yeah, very long cooldown.
They'll not have that, but they're taking top tower. Trying to. MJW is here now.
No, there is that Observer Ward that sees MJW. They're going to back up. Innocence actually waits too long. TP's going to come through. There's the Lucid Beam. The TP's a little bit too late from 747, or is it? They pop the Eclipse off. The Omni Slash going. MJW will take that one. Now Shadow and 747 going toe-to-toe. That Lucid Beam damage is significant. And 747 without mana cannot use his healing ward and therefore has to back up. And so Shadow, he'll be the one that pushes into the tier 1 tower. It's a 1-for-1 gank, but again, the big thing is that Shadow's able to push that tier 1 tower a little bit more.
Yeah, he is, and Tusk is up here now, so just like last game, Bees is getting a little free farm. Even we saw him on his life stealer, got a little bit during the 5 to 10 minute phase, and once again, Bees a will, but he's on Sven against Clockwork. Like, he just gets trapped in the cogs or zoned out by him, loses all his mana, can't do anything. It just seems, middle lane.
Speaking of trapped in by the Clockwork, there's the hook shot, the cogs will go, the battery assault, more than enough damage with the arrow as well as Starstorm connecting from Blink. It's just like that. It's that easy when it comes to a Clockwork. As long as you can hit your abilities, you should be able to get farm by finding those assists and kills.
That seems weird. FDL doesn't really like the mobile cores. I mean, Life Stealer, he has Infest, but once he's out of Infest, it's so easy to kite around. Same with Sven. They're almost exactly the same in late game. You just get one kiting ability, and what is he going to do in fights? Even with BKB.
These heroes are going to have to deal with some of these lockdowns eventually. Lucid Beam going into MJW, but just harassment as,
Should
again...
be the tower, though, if they don't have Glyph.
Shadow is going to grab this tier 1 tower for sure. I mean, that's probably everything he got an Eclipse skill, he got a tier 1 tower top, he got free... I mean, there's everything going his way. He's got top of net worth by about 700 gold or so, above the Muerta. He's doing better than the Sven is, unsurprisingly. The Sven has died once, and of course, didn't get as much free farm, still got very good farm, but didn't get as much free farm. I don't know. It's looking okay for Wings. I mean, there were 747 and the rest of FDL have done pretty well, but you can see that there is a slight advantage coming up for Wings here at this point in the game.
Yeah, Muerta, 50 CS. Phase Boost has the range. I mean, raindrops just destroys Skywrath. I think that's one of the few reasons we've seen the hero fall off, and now third pick by FDL. One item pretty much counters him early. I mean, his silence is good, obviously, but no early game damage because of it.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to bring
5
down.
raindrops on.
Wow, they all have one. That's insane.
That's all you need.
I mean, it's not the most expensive item in the world, but rarely do you see 5 heroes in the same team all have raindrop. But that's just how good that item is, as you were talking about.
And it looks like Clockwork's actually going Midas, I assume.
Interesting.
Gloves of Haste. I mean, what else would you go with that?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else pick this up, I think, in the off lane. I want to say Universe might have done it, but I'm not sure. Meanwhile, top lane, a gank happening. It's going to be a Burrow Strike on the Luna. They have that stun followed up by the Mystic Flare. It's more than enough damage. It's a big kill. Luna falling, going down to FDL. Stand King gets the end kill, but Down bottom, it looks like FDL was looking for a hook shot on Bisa. He TPs out narrowly and gets to that mid lane. So a couple of good movements from FDL. They bring down the enemy carry, and that's going to give them some room to work with.
Yep, that's a huge kill. We were just talking about it. They just 3-man ganked him, and that's one way to go around raindrops. Just commit everything you have to him.
I mean, it does work out in the end. Bisa now working on an ancient stack. He's starting to get up there in terms of net worth. Still behind the Luna, but not by much. Okay, FDL are sort of trying to even this game up the best that they possibly can. They weren't down that much to begin with. We'll see if they can keep hold of this game, or some mistakes are going to happen like they happened in game 1.
So once they just want to get their ults up and use a middle lane, he's going to get ganked.
He's got spin, waiting for the snowball. A smart play from FDL 747. They dealt plenty of damage. There's the cogs, and 747 in trouble. Lucid Beam, I think it might have gone into a creep. He didn't have raindrops. He might have just been stick back up in general. It was very strange. They get the kill nonetheless.
Yeah, and he just got his ult up. He's like, I'm not going to waste it, so they're going to want to come alive. Juggernaut's going to want to use it, but they're going to most likely lose mid-tower. Glyph's down, yeah. It's gone.
Here's the problem with what FDL just accomplished. They got a kill, they couldn't transition into an objective off the back end of it. Wings get a kill, they take the tier 1 tower, not only both top but mid as well when they got some kills going their way.
Exactly. They're always in the right spot at the right time. Clockwork has a lot. He does go for the Midas, so yeah. I mean, they know. They're one of the best teams in the world. He's like, let's just push our advantage further. Like, even right there, he just randomly walks up behind the Juggernaut out of nowhere and just cogs him in like, oh,
hey, how you doing?
Yep.
No Force Staff needed, no Aghanim Scepter needed. He will eventually get to that point, I would imagine, at least one of those 2 items.
Yeah, well, MJW, 1,000 away from Blank, which is huge in their thing. You just Iron Talon Jungle. You don't get the most gold from doing that, you just get levels, and he died twice because of it. They really need that, though.
They're going to smoke up, and that's going to be a way they provide some of their golds, of course.
Yeah, bottom.
They will try to find Blake again. I think they might have done so now. There's no ward up on that high ground, so... But it looks like Blink knows something is a miss as he's going to head to the... Oh, he's going to find a haste. That's nice for him.
Yeah, man, look at that. MJW, Stan King, just see it get taken.
That sucks for them.
Gets a ward down, though. Oh, they might find Luna.
The Shadow walks down, sees MJW, proceeds to walk back up towards the tier 1 tower. I'm not touching that. Meanwhile, Faith going on to Bisa, Faith beyond, looking with the battery assault. He's going to chew his way out. Cogs will go. You already have the battery assault. The ice shard block. They have hook shot. He's going to use it with the snowball coming in. Bisa, he does take a while to go down, but he does get dropped nonetheless. They get the fire blast to stop any further incoming in action from Ice. Arrows coming through. Stanky dodges it swiftly, but he has to go back. And with that, that means the cog push, the walrus punch, and plenty of damage coming out from Wings.
Yep. Again, surgical just look good. Get in, get out. Easy kills, and now they might even push top tower.
Yeah.
Probably won't take it, but a lot of damage is going to be going in on it most.
There is no Luna. That's at least the one good thing here. Yep. So she doesn't have the glaives to be bouncing between the creeps and tower and doing a lot of damage. She's down bottom for now. However, like you said, they're forced to glyph. They will lose at least a fair bit of damage on this tower for Wings, and I don't know, FDL is just trying to farm still.
Oh, and there we go. They know Shadow's down here now. He just Lucent beamed, and they didn't know 747's here, though.
Yeah, here comes the Juggernaut. There's the Blade Fury. Shadow walks back into him. The Burrow Strike. This might set something up. They have Omni Slash. Eclipse is ready. Epicenter's going as well. They have detection. He's so low. Shadow might actually make it out here. He dodges the Caustic Finale. MJW, now they have Faith Beyond coming in as well with the Clockwork. MJW, we see the battery assault will go. It's the Lucent Beam that gets the job done. And Faith Beyond getting the last hit with that battery assault and right click.
You have to know when you're against bottom, you need detection for kills like that, because Juggernaut had his ult up. Yeah. It would have been a free kill if they had it.
And that's a big kill too. It's the second net worth hero. There's a lot of gold going your way. Mystic Flare, Clockwork sidestep, Ice sidestep on the cusp. There's the Urn Charge coming out as well. Plenty of right click that will finally get another kill going the way of Wings. It's just, again, FDL getting caught out of position here, it looks like.
Just like that, you always see like a kill bottom, but then otherwhere on the map, like they're just getting kills elsewhere. They're always in the right spot at the right time.
Wings, again, we've seen this before. They have the top 3 net worth again. They have a Midas and their Clockwork. He's going to scale nicely. You have Luna and Mirana, obviously, who can farm very quickly. There was an opportunity here for FDL. There still possibly is, but you have a lot of work to do, especially if FDL lose 747 here. Stormhammer comes out, that'll be on. Unfortunately, that's 4 Clockwork. Cogs onto 3, but now actually that's more trouble for Wings. Tusk is in trouble. The cleave comes out from Bisa. More than enough damage. 747 should still have his Zombie Slash. He does. Chaotic Offering comes out. The Eclipse comes through the stars. The Fatal Bond. Stan King's getting low. Blink wants that kill. He can't find it. 0-4 as well. The Fatal Bond's ticking on him on top of it. Jug's already gone. Stan King narrowly survives with maybe about 10 HP. MGW also sitting very low. What a turnaround from Wings. The Eclipse, the Starstorm, the Lucent Beams, the Fatal Bond, everything with the Chaotic Offering on top.
And that was the perfect turnaround fight. Luna actually almost got ulted by the Juggernaut, but just Lucent beamed him once and took the kill.
Yeah.
That was the perfect turnaround. What, 5-man fatal bonds? He doesn't get much better than that.
That's pretty good for a Warlock to be that patient for Innocence and to be able to grab those kills is huge. On top of that, his Midas is now done. Yep. 2 Midas on the wing side, and they'll take the anti-sack to boot.
Oh,
that's really bad.
That's killer for FDL. That's like what you fall back on. You see whenever FDL plays against NP, they do the same thing. They just want stacks and they won't get their own.
Yeah, that's the spend getting to like 7,000 net worth right there, just gone by the wayside.
Yikes. And that is going to be Muerta has Ags now.
So that's very early in comparison. In comparison to last game with 747, excuse me, who took him a while to get there. He didn't ever get there. There is a fight breaking out potentially. Blink's going to grab the arcane, but there's the Burrow Strike. They might be able to bring him down in time. He's low. Finally will drop. It's going to be the Mystic Flare that does the job for Sand King. They're on the hunt. Ice Ice getting caught by a Fire Blast. There's the Omni Slash. Finally, FDL might find a good fight here. Good snowball. I don't think he'll be able to get away. He's going to go right to Beast. That Walrus Punch. That'll be onto 04 Burrow Strike. Almost catches the Lucid Beam. Hook shot. Counter initiation. 4-man Cog. The Glade's bouncing through. Sand King in trouble. The Actor taking so much. The epicenter though. Trying to finish this off. Luna. Shadow will finally fall. 5 dead. The counter initiation is not there from Wings. And they'll take the anti-sack pizza.
Oh my goodness. And they've reached, so they don't get their own stack, but they're going to take this one. And what a 4-man Cog, but it almost didn't work out very well. No. He just got taken down. He got a full channel epicenter up on 2 of them, and wow.
That was crazy. What a counter initiation after the counter initiation by MJW is like, they were going to try to fight this for Wings, the hookshot like you mentioned, but all of a sudden he comes in.
Yep. The biggest thing is they got the Muerta before the fight because he didn't have Moon. I thought he might buy back and Moonlight Shadow him, but he didn't want to, and they got wiped because of it. That was a 5-for-0.
That is a significant dip in the goal for Wings. I mean, that's 7,500 to almost 2,000 going the way of Wings still, but now FDL... BC gets back on top after that. He takes the Ancients, he takes the fight. I mean, he's good to go. He's got his Echo Saber.
Yep, and 2k gold.
And they need to deward this, but they will. Okay, they're fine.
Nice. King, the ward god.
That was crazy.
Yeah, just like that. That's all you need. You just win one fight. They weren't scared too. I love they just ran right
one
to
smoke.
him.
Yeah, yep. It was one smoke, and with the vision that Wings had in the enemy jungle, they thought they were safe.
Yeah.
They went up and he went for that rune alone. He didn't go with his team. Yeah, they just destroyed him with the Mystic Flare and the Silence and all that good stuff.
Stun, all you need is to hit that one Sand King stun we saw. It was at Venom vs MP did the same thing. The Sand King missed a few stuns, but this Sand King hits it perfectly and just finished them off.
Yeah, and so there is still a slight lead, a little bit more than slight for Wings right now, obviously.
And they have Rock. That's the thing. They took advantage when Rock was down. Now Rock's up. They have to be careful. Pretty much that's what they need to do. Bottom.
They will find another one. Silence Mystic Flare. This time they're looking for that Tusk. They don't know that there is a gank going on mid, though. It's going to be the Sven. A much bigger kill going the way of Wings. Sven getting dropped down by Innocence. And that should be the end of the trade.
Oh, there we go. And they still have Rock up. So Wings won't be scared to fight now. The only time they should be scared, they saw they didn't have Rock. They lost 5-0.
Yeah.
Now they have Rock. They're like, we can take Roche, we can take Tower.
And they find a double damage with Shadow, so this will fall very quickly. Again.
What's he sitting at anyways? Dragonlance, the odds to hold the Dominator. He is pretty decked out for 18 minutes of the game. Extremely decked out.
He's going to have his Manta soon, if he wants it, followed up by whatever item he wants to pick up next as well.
He pretty much just has to avoid getting cleaved by these at this point. That's why he died last fight. I mean, that cleave damage and shot strength insane. If he's positioned correctly, he'll be fine with that.
I think Wings will play a lot more safe in the next couple minutes. Now with the Aegis, they can take control of the map. FDL might have to move together as a team. I mean, FDL has been pretty aggressive here these past couple of moments, but I don't know. Do you think they're going to try to go for another smoke? Do you think they might just defend, push out the waves? What do you think?
I think FDL's probably going to lose this tier 2 and they won't defend. I don't think there's a reason to. Just bloodlust to let it die. FDL's just going to farm, sit back and farm. They're going to let Wings control the pace while Rock's up.
Use those things to good use for the spend.
And almost Manta on Juggernaut, which is big. He has the ulti orb already.
And they do have some big items coming out. Almost a blank dagger for the spend as well.
If that's what he wants.
Yeah, he has gold.
He's going to need, he just can't get hit by the Clockwork. If the Clockwork does his job, Sven, even with Blink, it won't matter.
Yeah.
4-staff on MJW. Huge for the Sven if he gets picked off.
Some very big items for FDL coming out. It's the Blink for the Sven.
They need him to get to the back lines again. They need him to somehow get onto the Luna without just running through the front.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, it definitely is. Especially versus a Warlock. It's just throwing Rock down.
Boom. All right.
Playing the Rock.
fight's just essentially turned around. And that's another thing. If they could jump on the Warlock, maybe it becomes a bit easier. There's only so much hook shot, while responding Snowball can do for you, you know, versus a Golem for Wings. So. All right, it's slowed down, and this is kind of what we expected to happen at 20 minutes. Once you get that Aegis, once you secure that map advantage, you can start pushing out the waves, take down some outer towers. Obviously, we talked about FDL not wanting to fight here. They're doing a very good job, and they'll just try to farm up and do the best they can. We might see FDL push out a little far here. I don't think they'll find any different Wings.
I think we're about to find a fight.
Everybody's coming in. Faith Beyond has hook shot ready to go. There's a TP in from the Warlock, so they know something's going on mid. Or is going to force himself to the high ground. There is a ward in the mid lane for the Dire team. No Radiant Vision. There is one close to that Ancient Stack player. Should have narrowly caught 0-4 on that Ogre. They're all together. They're in this choke point, dropping a sentry. Arrow will come through. FDL absolutely know that there's nearby heroes.
He's going in.
Hook shot has been found the epicenter. They will go and try to find the Clockwork. No, it's instead going to be the Warlock. They bring him down before they get Golden Loft. This might be the best fight FDL can get. There's the Eclipse going Beast and taking a lot of damage. They have to split it. There's the Omni Slash. He's got the Wolf up and splitting the damage nicely. That ultimate from 747 not doing nearly enough. Great two-man throw from MGW. There's another little team. They're all really tanking on this Wings and FDL side. There's 3 dead coming out. MGW might be the 4th. They turn it around. They're about to get 5. The only one hero that was about to make it out was going to be the Scarab. Wings turn it around with an excellent fight. They just can't bring down Blink. They cannot bring down Shadow in time.
They're all just too tanky. Even Tusk with like no items. I mean, strength, they're 1200 HP, and yeah, that Omni Slash literally did nothing.
It did no damage.
Jump between 3 other players.
And he still had the Aegis, even if he were to survive.
That was a great jump in by MJW, though. He finds the Warlock in the backside after they go in, and well, he did great, but the problem was the rest of the 4 heroes are just killing everyone.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
now they still have Rock.
For FDL. They do still have Golem. That's right, because they killed the Warlock within seconds.
He found the hero he needed to find, but Aegis Luna with items, a lot of items.
They're not going to push into the base this early on, though. They're going to take a second for themselves and regroup.
Now the Manta's up. Now they can just siege down if they really want, which they might. They have Chaotic offering them.
I mean, that's the dangerous thing for FDL. I don't know. Again, it's come to that point where if you can't kill them in that type of fight that they just took, I don't know where you can kill them.
Yep.
They just seem so tanky for Wings.
There's a good zone out by the Tusk. Like, he's just having perfect ice shards, and that's what you need to do on that hero. Just save your heroes with snowballs and zone other people out with ice shards.
Hook shot will connect onto Skywrath Mage. Stan King caught again. The arrow will also hit, and that'll grab the kill right in his butt. Nicely done. And Blink will walk through with Faith Beyond there. That's just, again, they're just getting picked off little by little here from FDL side. MJW blinking. I might not be able to blink or force wave. He's going to get caught there, but he's fine. All right.
Yeah, I just don't know. They need a kind of split push. They need Sven to get farmed. They need Juggernaut to get farmed, but they're too scared on the map. I mean, get Arrow, Moonlight Shadow ganks, Tusk. Tusk can stop any TPs with Walrus Punch, even through Magic Immunity. It's rough.
Yeah, the Wings are, right now, they're just going to keep the waves pushed out. There was both the Sand King and another 2 heroes mid. They still might be looking for an attempt on his life. The arrow won't connect. MJW does have the Shadow Ward on him. Meanwhile, top lane, they found Beast and 04. Rather, they found each other. This is going to be the Snowball, and actually, Ice is still narrowly alive. They have the Moonlight Shadow. Oh, that is a great Ice Shard. They have the Loose Team to cancel this TP. The hook shot was there, TP, but it actually did go into Tusk. It's a double kill for Shadow. The attempt of movement from both 04 and Beasts fail. They lose 2 heroes again.
And even with Sven committing God Strength, they just don't do enough now. They're just falling behind in farm, and you find Dale on farm, you're doomed.
They just can't find anything for this FDL squad.
Just no farm. Now Tusk even has a Blink Dagger. He's going to be able to control fights.
They have all the items they need, really. On the other side, Juggernaut looking to pick up a Diffusal Blade for the 747 Juggernaut right now. His Diffusal Blade with two Blade of Alacrities is close to completion. Sven, I don't think he's purchased anything since getting that Blink Dagger. I don't think he's gotten enough in the farm. He might be looking for BKB next, but meanwhile, MJW will make it out into the top lane. But it just feels, again, the Diffusal Blade might be important. It might give them some damage, but I'm not sure if it's enough because, again, Shadow continues to get bigger and bigger. He's got 3.2k gold. He can find his next item, whether that's a Butterfly, BKB.
Probably Butterfly. I don't think you need BKB at this point.
Right.
I mean, it'd be good, but if you just want to push your advantage, you might as well.
Yeah. feeling very confident. He's going to get split pushed down bottom with the rest of his team just farming the map. And FDL are forced to play as 5 now. They really can't go out alone, or else they're going to get ganked like they have been the entire game.
Yeah, we saw these 0-4 up top trying to farm even with 2 of them, and they both just get picked off.
No, that was an unfortunate position for them to be in. Probably wait for the next Aegis for Wings for Roshan. The next Aegis coming hopefully relatively soon for this Chinese squad.
You see this rocket spam just pushing in bottom lane, searching out. They know where everyone's at all times with all their warding. I mean, Wings has 3 wards up aggressively, which is insane.
Yeah, they've got some good vision. BKB now for Blink on the Mirana, and one for the Luna, so they come out at the same time. They really want to be super sure they can take this fight.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Why not? No need to risk it now. A Clockwork Axe. Oh my.
Yeah.
They all have items.
They are pretty farmed for Wings at this point. You have Faith Beyond coming in, ready to go. They're going to smoke up, and FDL, if they get caught by this, if the lanes are pushed in especially, I don't see them coming back.
They have a sentry already on it.
They're going to find MJW, and yeah, you're absolutely right, the sentry was there, getting vision. They literally clear him out in half a second and continue to push straight down mid. They're heading towards the top lane. They're looking for maybe another target. Would be the Scarith Mage. But Faith Beyond has another hook shot here if he wants to go for it. Connects beautifully. Great hook shot from Faith Beyond. Stan King will fall. He does get the Mystic Flare and silence out, but, well, Blink doesn't really give a damn. 7-4-7. Meanwhile, they found the stun. That'll be onto Blink. Pops the BKB. It's actually Shadow, but look at the Glaives go to work. The Eclipse, the damage beast that falls almost instantly. He has buyback. Hook shot almost connects on a 7-4-7. He has to go heal back up as well. They will lose this Rex almost certainly as it falls very quickly here.
Yeah, that was just perfect pick-up on pick-up. Faith Beyond hitting perfect hook shots everywhere, and he can do it every 12 seconds now.
Tier 3 tower down bottom, the next focus target. They do have another buyback ready to go for Beast, but no God Strength. They will find another target. It's going to be 0-4 this time. Stormhammer onto 2. Omni Slash will jump through, but I just don't see the damage coming. And 7-4-7 will try to bring down Shadow. He's getting lower and lower. Can't quite do the diffuse plate charge, but 7-4-7 in trouble. They will get off the epicenter, but it's only a couple of sticks on the rest of the squad. Ice Charge going back in. It looks like Wings might back together. The arrow will hit nicely. That'll be onto Stan King. Wings will back up together. Shadow up the hill. They need Shadow Word, but Innocence is actually out of mana. Finally, the Arcane Boots will go. He does have an Aghanim himself now ready to go, but they will back up. Perhaps secure, I guess, maybe some HP.
Yep, they need Luna to probably just get a farm and then go back and heal.
Yep.
Wow, just good fights. That's it. Wings doesn't fight when they know they can't win. After that 5-man wipe, they definitely tightened up their play, and they're only taking fights they can win, which is usually good when you're really farmed.
I mean, this is also just how it is for the TI champs.
Yep.
They accrue an advantage. They slowly but steadily push that advantage, and they'll be able to take Roshan within 2 minutes, as it is going to be respawning soon. They will group up together over towards the Ancients. You do have the rest of FDL down in the Radiant Jungle. They've smoked up. They're looking for an initiation.
They know they're not in there because they smoked in the break.
Yeah.
They're looking to do it.
Stan King will have his broken. They know that Blink's on the high ground. Vision-wise, it doesn't look like Blink sees this coming. They don't have any Radiant or Dire Observer wards, I don't believe, anyway, nearby. They do have a scan, however, which has caught where the positioning of the Juggernaut is.
If he was just a second sooner, they might have been able to pick him off at the Ancient stack, but they were not there. Now they're both teams maybe just waiting for Roshan a minute.
Yeah, but the longer they wait here, the more likely this... I mean, they're losing some structural damage. It's just some of the wells going down on FDL side. The Tier 4s have not taken damage yet, but this gives... I mean, they see MJW back, they can head to Roshan and feel more comfortable. Again, it's not up yet, but it's close to it.
Yeah. We need 7-4-7, just still trying to farm out. Same with Biza. There's very, very far behind, almost 5,000 behind both their counterparts.
They've died too many times, especially Bisa. He's gone down a couple of times. 7-4-7 has done the best that he could. I mean, 7 deaths for Bisa on that spend.
Yeah, that's rough.
That is not good.
He's trying to, even when he gets that, he wants that probably Black King bar, he's just gonna go in, but with how farmed the Luna is, it won't matter. He's just gonna right-click him. He is not scared of him. And they had an Ice Ogre as well from the Helm of the Dominator.
I mean, it comes down to one of those fights where Wings just get a chaotic offering to like a hook shot again. And it's just they get locked down. They can't move. They will, however, find a BKB off of Blink, so that's forced out. Ice Shards aren't able to connect in time to stop MW from blinking away, but at least they do get the BKB charge down to 9 for Blink.
Yep. Who has a defusal now as well. And they're going to do Roche.
God, wow. Yeah, she really does, doesn't she? It's getting to that point, Grant. I mean...
This is probably this is Roche and Cheese, right? Yeah.
The technical stage is only the second Roche, yeah. Which is kind of surprising. They're going to finish up the next big item. Butterflies coming up very soon for Shadow. You have plenty of items for Wings. I mean, they've got everything they really need to take a fight to push into the base. We've seen already once that they're able to just fight with reckless advantage, essentially. And they'll be able to do so again now with another Aegis. No cheese, they'll push up top first and foremost with Faceless. And then they'll make their move towards, I would imagine, one of those two lanes, top or bottom.
Yeah, once again, Ogre as well as Sven just in the top jungle. A little bit scared.
They might get picked if they're not careful.
Yeah.
But instead, Wings will head down straight towards mid, and Juggernaut's prime target. Heads south. Walrus Punch, not the right target. The Omni / Chaotic Offering misses during that Omni as well. He's got Blade Spear ready to go. He'll use it. He might be able to get out still. Moonlight Shadow. Link will jump forward. He's got the Starstorm ready once 747 is done. And the Lucid Beam, he comes out and gets crushed. Meanwhile, top lane, Hookshot comes out. That was on to Pisa. I'm not sure if he was using his TP in the meantime. Back towards this mid lane, MJW was able to burrow strike up and away and get out. The Bisa TP was not canceled. It was Faith behind hookshotting and trying to maybe set something up, but he does get the TP back. They have buyback for 747 as well. Shadow has his command style up and ready to go, so they can push this. They've got 2 golems with the Aghanim Scepter. Glyph-wise, I don't know if they have it for the Radiant team. They're not using it. So BKB's going to get popped now. They will find that kill easily onto 0-4 the Ogre. Beast is going to use his War Cry. No Godsmith pops just yet. 747 already at half health after just TPing back in. Meanwhile, Stanky gets Lucid Team. There's the snowball coming forward. MJW, he's the target. They won't find him. Ice flights out immediately as he was too deep in towards that tier 4 tower. Everyone is at half health right now for FDL. Stormhammer, they'll find the Mystic Flare. It's not nearly enough damage to bring down this Mirana, however, as they're so tanky again. Almost bringing down Sand King with that Flare. Not able to drop him. The Butterfly done for Shadow as well. Blink as well as the rest of the Wings crew going to back out happily. They secured another set of racks with relative ease.
Yeah, they're just going for top. They still have the Aegis as well as the Butterfly and Luna. Why not?
Yeah, they do not seem to want to stop. Again, 0-4 did have a buyback, doesn't need to use it. The Ogre is back up. This is the last defense that FDL have. No God Strike, no Omni Slash. 747 only has 1 life, so too does the Sven. Burrow Strike, there's the Ignite coming up. They also have the Flames first, but it's not nearly enough. 0-4 MJW able to get out of those hookshot cogs from Faith Beyond, but I think that's just about it. They can't really defend it. Shadow has an Aegis ready to go, so even if they drop him into the epicenter, which will try, and it finally will. They did off a couple of decent hits, though, coming out from the Starstorm. Faith Beyond will take out that Omni Slash, only to pop the Ghost Scepter. Meanwhile, Blink, he did pop the BKB. 747 really wants this kill, but he will go down. It's too much. Beyond Godlike 3, a double kill. Blink just running over Wings, FDL at this point. Beast the last to live, but GG has already been called 2-0 for Wings in this series.
Yep, I think it's kind of what most people expected. FDL put up a decent fight, 32 minutes, and I mean, early game, they look decent in lane. They get kills, but the farm, they fall behind the farm way too soon. And rough, but we get to see a Tusk. That was fun, and he did his job early. The zoning with the shards was top tier.
On point, yeah. We were a bit concerned about the Tusk pickup. We were a bit concerned